Hello again. This is Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian, and our Library Bear. We're here to read you a couple more stories. We're hoping you're having a good week. So our first story is called The Perfect Nest. And this is written by Catherine Friend and illustrated by John Manders. Now, you see all the arrows pointing and it's all lit up like a stage, isn't it? Wow, look here. We have some arrows and a sign pointing to the nest. And over here, oh, it's too bad we can't see the rest of the end covers, huh? You see a chicken. I think this cat might be obsessed with arrows. The Perfect Nest, Catherine Friend, illustrated by John Manders. Jack the cat gathered together everything he needed, then built the perfect nest, dry and cozy and the right size. He looks a little guilty there, doesn't he? But the nest was not for Jack. With this perfect nest, he would attract a perfect chicken who would lay a perfect egg, which would make a perfect omelet for a cat like Jack. Soon enough, a chicken came along. There's that unsuspecting chicken. We got chicken feed, we got a welcome mat, we got stairs up to it, lights, a fan. Oh my goodness, this is the perfect nest. It looks pretty comfy. Caramba, she cried, a perfect nest. She hopped up and laid a small egg. Then a duck walked by. Sacre bleu, she cried, the perfect nest. The duck pushed the chicken out, hopped up, and laid a medium-sized egg. Then a goose lumbered by. Great balls of fire, she cried, a perfect nest. The goose pushed the duck out, hopped up, and laid a large egg. Jack's mouth began to water. 3 eggs would make 3 omelets. Ooh, he looks like he's pleasantly anticipating that, doesn't he? But then the duck leaped onto the goose's back. This is my nest. The chicken flew up onto the duck. No, this is my nest. The 3 cackled and quacked and honked, but each refused to leave the perfect nest. They squished each other for days. Each day, Jack tried to get the birds off the eggs. Fire, fire, he cried. They didn't move. Flood, flood, he cried. They didn't move. Wolf, wolf, he cried. But the chicken, the duck, and the goose would not move. Finally, Jack stood before them. You birds are so silly. The next farm over has an even better nest and it's empty. Why doesn't one of you use that nest? An empty nest, cried the chicken, without a goose to sit on my head? Caramba! Sacre bleu, cried the duck. I am tired of smelling like the chicken. That nest is mine. Great balls of fire, cried the goose. Out of my way. And they all flapped away. Oh my goodness. Alone at last, Jack returned to the nest and peeked inside. He arranged the eggs neatly in a row. Small breakfast, medium lunch, and large dinner. Jack's stomach rumbled. But then... crack! The small egg broke open and out popped a wet baby chick, who looked up at Jack and said, Caramba! Hola, mama! Crackety snap! The medium-sized egg broke open and out scrambled a wet baby duck, who looked up at Jack and said, Sacre bleu! Bonjour, maman! Crackety, crackety, boom! The largest egg broke open and out stepped a wet baby goose, who looked up at Jack and said, Great balls of fire! Howdy, ma! Jack stared at the babies. What was he to do? He couldn't make omelets out of them. Dry me, dry me, dry me, cried the soggy baby chick. Feed me, feed me, feed me, cried the hungry baby duck. Play, 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 cried the excited baby goose. Jack hid in the barn. The 3 babies found him. He hid in the woods. The 3 babies found him. Jack hid under the tractor. The 3 babies found him and dragged him back to the nest. Sleep, 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 the tired babies finally whispered. Cold, 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 said the shivering babies. Jack scratched his head. Someone had to care for these babies, but there was no one else around. Jack lifted all the 3 babies into the nest. Buenas noches, mama, said the baby chick. Bonne nuit, maman, said the baby duck. Sweet dreams, ma, said the baby goose. Then Jack climbed into the nest, and the babies fell asleep. That's when he realized that this really was the perfect nest. Well, the omelet didn't quite go as expected, did it? I hope you enjoyed the story, The Perfect Nest, by Catherine Friend, illustrated by John Manders. This next story is actually several stories in one. It's called Once I Ate a Pie, and it's by Patricia MacLachlan and Emily MacLachlan Charest. It's illustrated by Katy Schneider. So these are all stories about, you guessed it, dogs. And this is called Once I Ate a Pie by Patricia MacLachlan and Emily MacLachlan Charest, illustrated by Katy Schneider. Puppy. The world is big. Trees are tall. Sky too high. Snow over my head. What if I get lost? You will chase snowflakes in winter, the people tell me. Run through the grasses in spring and howl at the full moon. Not now. I am a puppy. For now I will stay here by your side. Safe, warm puppy. Mr. Beefy. I am not thin, but I am beautiful. When no one is looking, I steal tubs of butter off the table. I take them to the basement to eat in private. Once I ate a pie. Well, there's where we get the title. Gus. I want my people in a group, like sheep. When someone is in the bathroom, I open the door. Are you all right? They are not happy. I take them back to the others. When they go anywhere, I am watching. I am the herder. Lucy. I was adopted from a shelter. I love the couch. It is mine. The chairs and beds are mine, too. And the house. At night, I sleep between my owners. They gave me a pillow of my own. Mine. Whoopsie. My name is Whoopsie, but they call me Cute. Who's cute? They ask, smiling. I cover my eyes with my paws, and I pretend to sleep. Who's cute? They call again. I run to them. I can't help it. I am cute. Darla. I don't like other dogs. I like people, and I like the cat who lives with me. When I want to go out, I bat the bell that hangs next to the door. The people come running. I bat the bell many times a day. The people are very tired. When they finally go to bed, I wait. Then, when they are asleep, I bat the bell one more time. Louie. I used to yip. Now I bark. I bark to wake people up. I bark when the doorbell rings. I bark when someone walks by the house. I bark at the television. I bark when I want to eat. I bark when I want to sit where you are sitting. Bark, bark, bark. I'm glad Louie doesn't live with me. Sugar. I'm tired. I want to stay in bed. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to take a walk. I don't want to go in the car. I like to sleep. No, I'm not ready to eat. No, I don't want a snack. Put the covers back over my head. I only get out of bed to chase the cat, and he's not around, is he? 3. We are 3. We are runners, leapers, chasers. We are soft, sweet, shy. We are kings. We are queens. We are friends. We are 3. Needle nose. I have a very good nose. It is sharp and useful. I use it to get into what I love. The insides of all things. The refrigerator, the dishwasher, quilts, pillows, dog cookie boxes, cat snack bags, toys. I like the squeaker. I can open mail too. If something is closed, I open it. If it is perfect, I tear it apart. I love my work. I love my nose. Pocket. They say I am tiny. I used to sleep in a coat pocket. I have a tiny collar and a tiny coat for when it rains. I have a tiny dish to eat my food and a tiny water bowl. I don't know why my things are so tiny. I am huge! It's all about the attitude, isn't it? Abby. I do not steal. I borrow other dogs' bones and stuffed animals, balls and pull toys. My people's slippers and socks and sweaters and underpants. But my favorite things to borrow are kitchen things. Loaves of bread from the counter, meat off a plate, anything in a bowl. I don't have to give those things back. Tilly and Maud. We look alike, but we are not alike. I am shy. I am sly. I do what they tell me. Sometimes I am bad. I like to eat. I bury my food under the couch cushions. I like to chase balls. I like to sleep. I pick private places to go to the bathroom. I don't care where I do it. Yesterday I did it in the living room. When there is food on the table, I can be trusted. Not me. We look alike, but we are different. Except for one thing. I love Tilly. I love Maud. Luke. The sun is warm and I sleep. I dream about when I was young. I chased snowflakes in winter and ran through the grasses in spring. I still bark when I want to. And tonight, I might howl at the moon. But now the sun is warm, and I sleep, and I dream. Well, I hope you enjoyed those 13 stories of dogs from Once I Ate a Pie by Patricia MacLachlan and Emily MacLachlan Charest, with illustrations by Katy Schneider. I'm guessing if you know any dogs at all, like Library Bear and I do, you have known one of dogs like that too. Well, thanks for visiting us at the Weathersfield Proctor Library Storytime. Until next time, this is Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian.